Well, good evening. Hello, welcome. Hope you're all doing good. And let's do a roll call. Let's say hello to Barry, Bob, Don, Edward, Frankie, Richard, and Stefan. Welcome onto the Zoom room. If you're part of all the lives, then if you get inside the inner circle, I didn't have my camera on. Look at that. If you get yourself inside of the inner circle, then you get the roll call and you get the hellos to everyone who's inside the room. If you're inside the inner circle, pop on it. It's the usual link. You can come on in and say hello. Lots been going on. Robert's been away, so I've held everything together with sellotape and string for you, Robert. Only just. It's been one of those fun few days, and I have missed you. I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back. It was a life moment. It was my daughter's wedding, and phenomenal. Just a great event. It was small, but it was personalized, and it was a beautiful day. But a lot of I don't care how big a wedding is. I don't care if it's 4 people. There's drama in every wedding. There's just always something going on. But had a fabulous time. Drank too much, but that's okay.
No, that's what you got to do that. And I've got to say, you're beautiful bride. Amazing photos, and you sent me some that obviously were direct rather than in the group. But I'm glad you had a good time. And
no, in the picture I put in the group just shows how happy she is, and that's what you want. You want your kids to be happy, and that's they're both PAs. I mean, they're both physician assistants, so I think they're in a good place. They're going to have a great life together, and they fit each other. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So anyways,
in the UK, a PA is a public address system.
Well, it's a physician assistant, and then they have all kinds of extra strings and titles. But it's just wonderful to see 2 people find each other that really fit, and they belong together. That's and I, as a dad, you feel great when you find that for your kids.
No, and that's what life's about. I've got we got 6 children in our family, 24-year-old twins, 25-year-old son, and then coming down the chain, 14-year-old daughter, 9-year-old daughter, and 8-year-old son. And so I've got a few weddings to come up myself yet, and that's not going to be cheap, is it?
They come up fast, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah. It's but
So thanks for holding everything together, Mr. Steven. It really
that's what we do.
Didn't even take my laptop. I just figured, it's not even going to be plausible to try to do anything, because and basically I was correct, because there was always something else going on that we didn't anticipate, and there was no downtime. It was just the whole last 2 days were just super busy. I mean, she put the wedding together in 5 weeks, and everybody was like, well, why'd you rush to do this? And we've been engaged for over a year, and I just didn't want to wait anymore. I just wanted to get married.
Yeah.
But okay.
Absolutely. Well, in between doing support stuff with people, and all the bits I've been doing, and also having family fun, because life does get in the way sometimes. Some issues came up at one of my kids' schools that we had to go and deal with, and that was all fun. And then coming back and doing the longer hours than normal, but we I think I've just about held everything together, best I can at my end, and so it's nice to have you back monitoring stuff, and we got some exciting things coming up in the next few weeks that I keep wanting to share with people, but I have to keep holding it back a little bit because things aren't quite there. But what we will say is, watch this space for version 3 DFY Magic Themes. Very exciting what's going to come out, and the features involved. There's just so much that value that's going to come in, and best of all, to share with you guys, I've got something in mind for next month. Right, anybody who's an active member of the inner circle, and what I mean by active is turning up on the meetings, putting comments in the Inner Circle group or on the post underneath one of these videos once it's in there live, shows that you're active. And I'll be making notes of people who are active, because I'm putting together a free gift, a really nice gift for November, an early Christmas present for all the members who are active with us. All right.
And
it's something you're going to love.
As a footnote to that, we understand people have completely different time frames than we do, and they can't make live calls. We get that. We love to hear your progress. We love to hear your wins as much as what are the things that are holding you back. Because if we know if there's a common thread of things that are stopping people, we'll work to put something together to make that simplistic, to make that no longer an obstacle. Like we said 1,000 times, we can't make you get up. We can't make you get dressed. We can't make you eat breakfast.
Yeah.
But if you put the effort in, we can help you with any of the things that we can to build, rank, and rent. I mean, that's the whole process of this. If you're here to learn anything other than build, rank, and rent or SEO, we may not be the right guys to help you. But if this income stream, a passive income stream of rank, rent websites, that's what this is all about. This is about building faster, building more correct, giving Google what they want, and pushing forward. And it doesn't need to be hard and difficult. I mean, we all tend to make things hard and difficult, but at the end of the day, that's it. We don't want to make it. It's wonderful to know how to do certain things. It's wonderful to know how to write code, right, for computer programmers.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that. We're going to take every shortcut we can to make the sites build and work without having to know all the techie details. Because at the end of the day, the techie details don't get the site rented, don't get the site built to be rented, and most of all, don't do the onboarding to bring people into your web of they need you. That's what we're really after. We want your doors and phones and emails blowing up of people wanting to rent your sites. Yes. That's what we want.
Now, in other news, something that's going to be super exciting more so for Inner Circle members, is, as you guys know, I've been playing around with EL Messenger Pro. CloudKey that run that own a whole bunch of other softwares, right? One of which is their CRM. And I've had it confirmed this week that they have inside of their CRM, and I've got to get price. There's pricing involved with the CRM system, but I'm hoping to get either a few lifetime deals on it, but there is another option for people, which I'll talk about in a minute. But inside their CRM is their version of Go High Level. So, and I messaged the support team today on it, and I said, can I have my Twilio account? And they said, you have to raise a support ticket to have Twilio added to it, but you can.
Steve, for those that are watching this on a replay or watching this live, in case they don't know what Go High Level is, what is that? What's the basics of what it's going to do for them?
The basics of Go High Level. The part I'm using in it is the bit that Chris mentioned. I know he's on the call today, where you can have an incoming call and you can route that to multiple numbers if you want, or you can answer the call yourself, dial someone else out and connect that call to that person. That's just one part Go High Level. You have to go and look at their features inside of the system. And I know that there's other things involved. And then also the CRM, basically you can say, for an example, right? Let's say in EL Messenger Pro, someone puts a comment up on one of your posts, right? The system, and yes, Don, CRM is a SaaS platform, so you and you're getting Go High Level inside of that system, which is awesome, But so really with a CRM, you can then go from top to bottom, where you can say, when someone comments on a post, it brings it into my system. I'm going to send them out an email automatically thanking them for like joining my Facebook group. I'm going to send them a text message thanking them as well. So you have three forms, thanking them on a post, sending them a message, and emailing and texting. So there's sort of 4 methods of keeping their attention. But the bit I'm keen to start playing with, and once again, anyone who's inside of the EL Messenger group that I set up, and if you haven't got access, you after access, you can comment on this video in the free groups. Just tag me in and put hashtag Messenger group, and I know to bring you guys in. So Don, there's a few options with their systems. Okay, currently till the 28th of November. Sorry, not November, October. They are running a special on all their software, which actually you're allowed to resell their software as your own. And I'm just going to go and grab a link off our system just to reconfirm what it was. In fact, I'm going to simplify this link because I don't think I'm going to be able to remember it, Robert, to be honest. It's so long. I made it earlier thinking it was very, very clever. So we go.
I'm just going to comment on Stefan had asked, so do they white label the Go High Level, or is it their own tool? They
white label it basically. So it's CloudKey's a white label inside their system, and there are options you can white label it yourself, but to be honest, you have to spend $1,000 a month to have that white label plan. I wouldn't bother personally myself, and so when you say a second or third tier, to my knowledge, they bought in on the top tier and they pass that down to people. Now I can confirm that for anyone who's interested.
So at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this as another opportunity of getting a great tool that everybody can use. Because if we're not tracking and we're not controlling the calls and we're not controlling how people are responding to websites, then we're not in control. So if we can do anything to help put the bridge between you guys and great tools that you can use for controlling your business, that's what we're after to try to do, as well as save money in doing that. Now, and until we have all the details and what it's doing or what it's not doing, we can't offer anything. But that's the goal. So if you're currently paying for Go High Level and you're spending whatever the dollars are per month, if we can turn that to half or 2/3 or a third, whatever we can do, and it's helping you save money, yet having another great tool for your business, then that's what we're going to do. If we find out it's no cheaper, it's no different, we're going to let you know. But I have a feeling that we're going to come out saving people a lot of money.
No, and that's absolutely true. It's it's something that's really going to come together well. I'm just typing in the URL I've made just to make sure it works. Because people can go and look at the offer, and you're quite welcome to message me and ask me more questions. Once I get the URL right, just to make sure this works. But they're currently running till the 28th, their birthday deal, to get all of their softwares, and you get licenses, 50 licenses included, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a crazy deal, and it's 4728 for life. So the 50 licenses, you can use some of them yourself, and then you can sell some others. And what a lot of people have done in the group is to pre-sell the EV or Messenger Pro or one of the other products. And so it's worth having a look, and if it's something for you where you've got customers you can offer these services to, then it's well worth going to have a look. And you can certainly go and have a look. It's dfymagicthemes.com/DFY CRM, and I'm going to grab the link and throw it in the chat, and I'll put it inside of the groups. Anybody who has purchased through me already on EL Messenger Pro, and you go in and get that deal, message me privately, because I'm going to look after you even better. All right. So if you're thinking of getting it, message me directly. Go through my link. I'll look after you even better, because you guys have already bought in. And I wasn't at the time when I was pushing this out there. I wasn't aware of that this deal could be sold on beyond that. So it's super exciting what they're now doing, and they've got products. For example, Group Key. It manages your Facebook group. So when people come in, and I'm setting this up this week on ours, people come in, it also welcomes them. It will send them a private message welcoming them to the group. Once it's collected their email address, it will send them an email as well. It also can collect their phone number, and once again, it'll send them a text message, welcome to the group. You can set up a number of automations with it. They have a bunch of other software included. I have to remind myself, because there's so much, and I'm still getting my head around all of the products inside. You can give away unlimited basic accounts of EL Messenger Pro, and then people will upgrade through you. There's let's have me look through. There's EL Optimizer. I haven't looked at that properly yet myself. Cloud Key CRM, including Go High Level, or their version. Group Key, unlimited basic accounts, which is where it manages your Facebook group automatically, welcomes people, replies to them, and all that sort of stuff. And they were saying, I remember reading on, and I'm trying to remember what it was. There's a few products on there. If you head over to, like I said, and I'll pop the message in the chat to everyone. Let me just grab. And I always say as well, this is, if this isn't for you, that's cool. If you can't afford it, don't go and get it. Right? But I'll pop it inside the chat to everyone on Zoom, and I'll also pop over to Facebook. But this software, I'm going to continually do training for people, and show people how I'm using it as I go along. So it's, you've seen the results in our free. Anyone who's in our free group, we're up to over 600 members now. As of now, 608 members. And I have, while Robert's been off, I haven't been using the software, and it's something which I need to get back into this week. Now Robert's back, and the pressure's off a little bit more. I've got one support call in left, and I know whose that is, and I'm doing the call with them tomorrow. I've booked time off from anything else to look after that person, and they know who they are. I won't say who they are, but they know who they are. And I wanted to get to them today, but just unfortunately life does get in the way sometimes, and I'm very grateful for that person being patient with me. So but go and have a look at what you get. You get a little silver coin as well, which is quite good. But the main thing is the concept, and I managed to do deals for people inside the Inner Circle group to even bring the price down on EL Messenger Pro for you. But anyone who goes for that offer, you get 50 lifetime licenses, so you can set up your own CRM for life. You can set up all their software for life. That uses up probably about, in total, 10 licenses. And then you're left with 30 licenses that you can sell. If you never buy anything from them ever again, right? Think about it this way: if you never buy anything from them again, and you sell the license $997 each, that's 30 licenses at $997, nearly 30K for flogging them to people you know. And so, and I wanted, originally, when I got told about that I could share this with people, I am a nerd, and I thought, well, I want to make this a software business in a box, with what we're doing. And ultimately, even if you don't buy in, we will have options for people to get into the CRM system and start using the phone system. I'm doing training on that with DFY, because we want to get to the point where you can come into the system, you buy a theme, you build it, you're done. You then do all the citations and stuff we talk about, and backlinking from social media, done. Then you do the ranker system, done. And then finally, you move on to the CRM system, where you can then route phone numbers, and you can buy phone numbers directly from them. They're the same price as Twilio, plus the cost of the calls. So they're pretty much the same price as Twilio. or you can request to have your own Twilio account added to the CRM. If you choose to do that, that's the first. Once you get your own CRM set up, that's the very first thing you do. You click a button to support. You say, "Can I have my own a Twilio account connected to it?" And they'll do it for you. They're in the middle of doing mine. The other option that they offer, and once again, I can give people a link whoever wants it, is I mean, it's $97 a month at the moment for the CRM. They do add Email Messenger Pro into it for that price, but you can, when you think, if you spend over a year, that's like $1,200 a year. So if you can afford to get in on their lifetime deal, then that's a few years worth of use out of it. Plus, if you sell the licenses on top to people it's another bonus. So go over and have a look. If it's not for you, that's cool, because we really don't want people spending money beyond their means. The other thing you can do, you only got a week to do it, is you reach out to people and you say to them, "Hey guys, I've got this great product I want to show you." You demo a part of Email Messenger Pro. There's even on the Email Messenger Pro website is a demo video. So you could go there and demo take a copy of that video, play it to them, and get them interested and say, "And I can get you a lifetime license for $997. You only need to sell 5 of them to get your investment back. And a lot of people have already sold 5 in advance and then bought in on the deal. So anyway, that's that part. And the reason I'm sharing this ultimately is because of the phone system. Can you get the CRM and phone system only, is a question. Yes, I'm putting together in the next few weeks a plan for people who can't buy in on that birthday deal, because I know it's $5,000 is a lot of money, and I'm going to try and put together a better price deal for people on having maybe a lifetime CRM. But the licenses, we have to buy more licenses in as we do lifetime deals for people. So it's only going to be a select number, and it's only going to be for a select. When I put a message in the circle group and I go, "You can get the CRM at this price," that's going to be the deal. And once they're gone, they're gone, because I'm not, I don't want to keep having to buy tons of licenses in the system, and so it's just how it is. But I mean, the value that you get on there, and they also include extra software that I haven't even got into yet, that I'm going to start learning probably next year now on a lot of it, because there's so much. I'm only trying to use it for the bits I want to use it for. So yeah, so that's that part. Is there anything you need to update at the minute, Robert?
I feel like I'm out of the loop today, to be honest.
I know. And the thing is, right, let's come back to basics. Whether you go for that deal or not is up to you. But the basics are, we're going to get to a point where we're going to release Build, Rank and Rent, and we're going to put together a whole package for new customers, and then we're going to put together another package for existing members, because some of the software, like the CRM, it costs money to run. In the background, we have to pay into the system for all the additional licenses, which you guys don't have to if you choose to just go for the standard deal there. And so we want to put together the whole system so that you have it all in one place at a very sensible price per month, and you can get the support from CloudKey on top of our support. And that's really what this is about ultimately, is to put something so good together that you can build a site very, very quickly. And I'm going to share something in a bit in the inner circle only, because there's some things we don't want to be out in public yet, but there's a couple of bits I'm going to share in a moment or two to those. And but get yourself an accountability partner wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You don't have to tell anyone about what you're necessarily doing, but you can have goals. You can label your goals and just say, have a coffee morning once a week with somebody. There's, but message in our group saying, "I want accountability partner, please." And then once a week, plan a time where you can jump on. Zoom's free for 45 minutes, right? So if you're worried about overrunning, set up a free Zoom call. It'll cut you off after 45 minutes. You've got no choice but to only be within that time. And then get yourself a cuppa, sit down and don't. You can label things. You can say, yeah, this week I want to get my Apple plan done. Right now, in your head, that could be building a website. But you just say to someone else, I'm not going to get into detail of my business, but I just want to let you know by the end of the week, I'm going to have my Apple plan done. Right. And then the following week, when you meet up with them, they say, did you get your Apple plan done? You go, well, actually, no, I didn't. I watched TV all week, And the other person can come back and say, get on with it.
It makes you accountable to the smallest degree without having to be, it puts pressure on yourself to go get something done, because you don't want to go back to the same person next week and say, I didn't do anything. And both people have to be upfront and honest enough to say, hey, you got to call them out. Why are you doing what we're doing if you're not going to do that part? And life will get in the way. There is no question that things will happen that you cannot plan or predict every week, every day in some cases. You can't predict that there's a storm and it knocks out the power. You just can't predict those things. But if you have a schedule and you have so many minutes a day or so many hours a week that you put into your business, it's your commitment to that that's going to make it go faster or slower. I'll say it differently. If you can only spend a few minutes a day or a few minutes a week, then you only get a few minutes work that's towards your business for that week versus an hour or versus a full day or a full weekend. Do a weekend a month, do a weekend or every Saturday you're going to do so much work. It's amazing how quickly you can build sites when you get past the initial shock of, I don't understand this and how do I do this? Yeah. But we're going to be going through these builds again shortly, I think in the next couple of weeks, of doing it again. Because as much as we think it's repetitive, it's not repetitive to the person that needs it. The training is all there in the members area of what we do. But seeing it live and seeing it done, on a case study type basis helps different people in different ways.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to make it a point to continue to do the case study type builds.
Yeah. There's so much involved with this sometimes that you can feel overwhelmed, and we want to try and pull it back to the basics. And so we are just working towards some final steps. We've been held back by one of our devs, who I'm on his case every day. I'm hoping by midweek next week that we're going to have something that's going to be super good, and then we can start cracking on with our other devs, updating all the current themes. And we're going to make sure that if whether you're a lifer to an existing member, you'll be well looked after. We always do that, and we always make sure that we do the best possible deals or situations with what we're doing. We want to bundle stuff together so that you end up, when anyone who's coming in then can build rank and rent in a few easy steps and not worry about the extra costs involved with third-party softwares. That's what we're trying to get down to. So you've got the bare minimum you need to just get started. That's our plan ultimately. And it's all going in the right direction. There's times when there's little glitches, and you guys, I've got to say, are fantastic. When there is a glitch or something not right, you let us know, and we aim to get it fixed as quickly as we possibly can. And so, it's going to get super exciting. It really is. But on that note, wrong button. I was trying to share my video, not stop video. I'm all over the place a bit tonight, Robert. It's not when your accountability partner and business partners out the way, it's never easy. But I'm going to play the 30-second switch button, and we're going to talk about some more golden nuggets inside of the inner circle. So we'll see all the free groups next time.